Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of our Malicious Compliance. In today's episode, Petty Airport Security overdoes it. Make a decision or I'll force you to. I mean, you can pay me more if you really want to. Horrible district manager suggests I seek employment elsewhere after I call her out on her bull s*******. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. Petty Airport Security overdoes it. My BFF and I travel on a budget, and the nameless budget airline in question has a strict one bag, one personal item per person policy when you don't check a suitcase. We're on the return flight out, and before they even let us through to the X-ray machines we have a security in our face telling us we're violating policy. We each have one bag and only one of us has a personal item, a tote bag we had on our flight there with the same airline. Man's clearly got a problem, and when I cite the actual policy he insists it's a baggage item. So I do what any normal person would do, don the bathrobe and cat-themed neck pillow, only items in the bag, fold up the tote and stick it in one of our bags. Man still clearly needs his power trip, so he now sends us to another colleague to measure our bags. They fit the measurements perfectly, and as soon as we walk through his gate and hit real security, I take off the neck pillow and bathrobe and stick them back in the bag. Was satisfying to see the guy bite his tongue from the other side. Make a decision or I'll force you to. I'm currently working in a call center for a company that manufactures widgets for personal use. A call comes through. Me, good afternoon. This is Widgets International, how can I help you? Customer, I'd like to order a pair of Type 13 widgets. Me, certainly, sir. And what color would you like those to be? Customer, skin colored. Me, well, we have beige, dark brown, gray, red, and silver for that model. Which would you prefer? Customer, skin colored. Me, skin colored. Very well, dark brown it is, sir. Customer, what? No. I want them in beige. I mean, you can pay me more if you really want to. I work at a company where the policy is, when you travel you have to subtract your normal office drive from a drive to a satellite location as well as submit a Google Maps screenshot of the route you took. For example, if you normally drive 10 miles to work, you would subtract that from the 30 miles to the warehouse and thus can only expense 20 miles. However, the Google Maps screenshot would still show 30 miles. Now, the person that did our expenses quit during COVID. My team has done no traveling since the new person started. On top of that, most of my team lives close to the office where I live about an hour away. It sucks, but it's a lot better for my family and wife. Recently, my coworker and I had to do some driving to a bunch of warehouses for hardware upgrades. As I live centrally located to the state, a lot of my drive distances are significantly shorter than if I drove from the head office. I calculated all my drive distance, subtracting what I would normally do to go to the office, even cutting one site completely from my original report as it's half the distance for me versus going to the office, and turned in the report. The expense reported came out to be $100 payment. I got an email today saying that I did it wrong and that all my map distances are different from the distance I input. I explained the company policy and that everything had been submitted correctly. The person went on to say that my distances were too different from my coworkers. Again, I explained that I don't live near the office but more central to the state. They were having none of it and must have assumed I was putting in the information wrong and explicitly told me, just do it again with everything starting and ending at the main office. Okay, if you insist. Recalculated everything and re-included the omitted location. I'm now getting closer to $350 in payment. If anyone comes back, I'll just show them the emails. Horrible district manager suggests I seek employment elsewhere after I call her out on her bull s********. I managed a small, franchised-owned beauty salon. It was my first management role I have ever taken on. I built the salon up after a low period. I was well respected by my staff because I was an empathetic listener and understood the needs of my staff. District manager was anything but that. She was originally hired on as a manager of a new location in our district that was set to open a month after her original hire date. She somehow convinced our franchise owners that she'd be a perfect fit for the role of district manager and was promoted quickly. At first, I did not see my district manager all that much. Remember that new location that was opening up? Well, she would tell me that she was over at that location getting things in order to be ready by the opening date. I took her word for it and managed to run my location just fine without her guidance, even though I was new to management myself. After that location was good to go, she would promise me that she would spend a day with me at my location, and when that day would come around, I would get the "oh, something came up at another location" text from her. I was starting to get a little suspicious. In the meantime, a new manager was hired on at another location in our district. This woman became my mentor as she has years of experience in the industry. District manager, as a part of her job duties, was supposed to train this new manager on her role. District manager gave this woman the runaround too, "Oh, I'll be here today," and then later a text message of something coming up at another location. Little did district manager know that us location managers were talking to one another and quickly realized that this woman is sitting at home while collecting a paycheck. Our franchise owners too quickly began to realize what this horrible district manager was doing. However, they were reluctant to fire her because they had no solid evidence of what she was doing. District manager caught on that her job was on the line and really started to throw her weight around. She fired multiple employees at all locations who had no previous write-ups. These particular employees were ones who saw her bull s***** and weren't afraid to stand up for themselves. She started enforcing purposeless tasks onto us managers. Soon enough, turnover was high at each location. Even some long-term employees left after she started to show up more. Now for the malicious compliance. Eventually I had enough of putting up with her s******, and on a particularly rough day, I called her out on her bulls*****. I went ahead and called the franchisers and told them everything of what she was doing. A few days later, district manager pulls me aside and tells me that she suggests that I find another job elsewhere and that she could pull some strings. Well, I did exactly just that, and I found a new job, without her help of course. I gave my franchisers my notice, and on my very last day, horrible district manager was demoted to my former position and was given a huge pay cut. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.